ancient darkness is breaking through into our reality. The overlords are coming. They're demons united. They'll stop at nothing to tear our world to shreds. And the only thing that can stop them is the power of metal. You have been chosen by the gods of metal to lead this crusade of finger-shredding fury. You must write the sick riffs, craft the awesome lyrics, find unholy rhythms, and set the heads banging. Show the overlords that their darkness is nothing compared to yours. Gods of Metal is a co-op deck-building game for 1 to 4 players. You and your bandmates must work to create the most powerful band in human history. Find mystical instruments of legend, outlandish costumes to improve your powers, and recruit mascots to help you battle the overlords. Find the power of pure decibels and use them to destroy your enemies by crafting songs that will literally blow their minds. Form a band. Save the world. Gods of Metal. Now on Kickstarter.
Mr. Chris, what up? Also, Christgau from rock and roll band Five Finger Death Punch. Heard that you're about to launch your newest board game, Gods of Metal, where you take on the persona of different metal musicians to stop the overlords and their demons from taking over reality. I think I know a metal musician that can help you fight those overlords and those demons. That is me, Christgau. So, shout out to you, Chris. Shout out to all of the Laughing Rogue crew. And shout out to Gods of Metal. I will be in there taking over reality from the demons and the overlords. Christgau. Just like it says there on my hat, in case I forget. I do play bass.
I like these calm little moments before the storm.
Money comes big, yeah, yeah, yeah. It's not small, no, no, no.
Kiss my empire.
Oh, my darling, knock 3 times on the ceiling if you want me.
Your coffee, sir.
Thanks, beautiful.
You're welcome.
This is a man's world.
So just sit right down, relax, open your ears real wide and say, give it to me straight, doctor, I can take it.
Kick the chops out from under the wheels. Flaps up. No offense, Margaret. Contact. We're off. Rum, rum.
Doctor, doctor, give me the news. I got a just loving you.
Oh, what heights we'll hit. On with the show, this is it.
Ready or not, here we come, baby. The doctor is in. True story. Just say it. Hey, so let's check in with the chat here and see what in the world is going on out there. Well, hello, Nikki. Good afternoon, handsome doc. I am fresh out of the shower. Well, alrighty then. Hey, they're both bold cat. Kirby is here. Nikki saying hello. Abo Grizz is here. Great to see you, my friend. Looking forward to more content from Abo Grizz pretty soon. Kirby in the house. Pretty sure I saw Stephen B. Yeah, there's Stephen B. Good to see you. Good to see you. All right, let me bring out another gentleman here. Listen, when it comes to charm, style, panache, this gentleman got in line twice.
Roads? Where we're going, we don't need roads.
Gordon Shumway, nice to meet you. Interested in a new Buick?
Nonsense. I've not yet begun to defile myself.
I'll make you famous.
Why, hello there.
If you guys could have seen backstage, Anna rehearsing his haughty look. How are you, my friend?
I'm good. How are you?
I'm all right, man. It's good to see you.
Good to see you.
So we have a guest for today, but we're having difficulty in establishing contact. So if
small technical difficulties.
Yeah, if he shows up, we'll bring him out. If not, you know how we do here. We'll just keep right on rolling because it's what we do. Good Lord have mercy. So it's the middle of the week. It's Wednesday. We do this show on Wednesday because, you know, it's not just called hump day. It is a hump to get over. I mean, it's freaking, it's only Wednesday. Good God Almighty. I got 2 more days of this shit before the weekend. But as I was thinking about that earlier, I remember one of the bosses that I worked for years ago. He said, yeah, he goes, I remember that song, Everybody's Working for the Weekend. He didn't even know who did it. It was Loverboy. He said, but think about that for a minute, man. We're wishing our lives away. You know, you're just wishing the time would go away. Well, that just means we're wishing our life away. And I'm like, yeah, but just the boring parts. You know,
Just the boring parts, yeah.
Just the boring parts. Just the slog, the grind of commuting. Like, listen, I want to know, chat, I want to hear from you too, Tanner. Just think about this. I loved my job. I love what I did for a living. I was a counselor. I enjoyed helping people, working with people. And I don't mind getting up early. I get up 4:30 every morning, whether I got to be somewhere or not. It's just when I get up. So it's not the getting up. It's not the getting dressed. And it's the not being at work. It's the going to work that I hated. The commute. Oh, for fuck's sake, I hated the commute. Like my longest one I think I had to do was 2.5 hours. Twice a week. I had to go down to the mental hospital in Columbus, Georgia. It's 2.5 hours from here. Twice a week. Well, of course, that means it takes you 2.5 hours to get back. That's 5 hours out of my day.
Yeah.
Sitting in a car in traffic. Not pleasant. Not pleasant. What about you guys, chat?
I definitely feel you on that one. It's like I'm one of those like crusty old veterans that, you know, thinks no one else knows how to drive. And so I'm on the road like, what is wrong with you? What? I mean, in my defense, though, just this morning I had to run out to go get, some packaging supplies from the post office real quick because I got some stuff I got to mail out,
Right.
and there was this lady. Well, I see this car, and it's turning as I'm coming. It's at a 4-way stop, and it's turning into its lane, or so you think, and then it starts turning into my lane. And I'm like, what is going on here? And as I get closer, I see it is a lady, and she is looking down. And I was like, you are most definitely on your phone. So she swerves out of the way, just narrowly missing me as I'm on the, skirting the edges of,
Right.
the median, or not median.
Yeah. The edge of the road. Yeah.
Edge of the road,
Tanner, I'm 2 lanes of traffic. Right. I'm making a left at a T-junction. If you are facing me and you want to get on that same street, you yield to cars coming out of the ongoing traffic. So I'm making my turn, and this woman just continues making her right. She's headed right at me. She leans on her horn and hangs me the finger like I'm in the wrong. I'm sorry. That's just, listen, if you blow your horn at me in traffic and you're in the wrong, we're going to exchange words. So I put that shit up in park and jumped out. I didn't know who was driving. I didn't know if it was a Karen or a Kevin. I didn't know. I didn't care. We're going to exchange words here.
Oh, yeah.
So instead of going, I'm sorry, I was in the wrong. No, she backs up and almost hits another car and then just goes straight across down the way I just came from. What the hell? Yeah, there you go. Cell phones were the first trumpet of the apocalypse. Yes.
Yeah. You ain't lying.
Let's bring out another warm body here onto the show. You all know this poor, pitiful fellow here.
Won't you get in trouble if the boss shows up?
Oh, no, it's the boss here? Hey, wait, I'm the boss.
Welcome, Pops.
What's up? Yeah. Well, nowadays, though, getting out of your car, you could encounter somebody else's road rage.
I don't fear it. My road rage is sufficient to make me fearless.
No, I'm saying you got to worry about you don't know what the other person's road rage is gonna be like.
No, I don't have to worry about it. I'm telling you, mine just.
It's not a bad thing.
I'm not be packing heat. That's what I'm saying.
I'm not saying that I'm bulletproof. I'm just saying I feel bulletproof. There's a difference.
Yeah,
like I said, I'm old and crusty, and I wake up wanting to punch someone in the face. Yeah, bring it, please. Get out of that car and pissy.
There was a time when it didn't matter, but now it's like you don't know, man. That stupid lady could have been one of them crazy ladies. You could have got a cattle prod. You never know.
Crazy man. No fear.
Yeah, well, bravery ain't always been accused of being smart. I'm just saying.
I didn't say, look, I'm not saying it's smart. I'm not even saying it's right. I'm just saying it's a phenomenon that happens. Like if I'm sitting at a light and it turns green, I'm going to go. But if you're behind me and you honk your horn, now I got to sit here till the rapture. You must have lost your mind honking your horn at me.
No, funny you mentioned that because apparently it's on the 23rd now. Have you seen that?
Well, they missed out on the eclipse. All these people losing their minds over these things that were going to happen during the eclipse. I'm like, rock move in front of light, cast shadow.
Yeah, that's pretty much it. Do you remember when we were kids, Doc? They gave us a piece of cardboard and a pin.
Yeah. Yep.
Oh yeah.
Yep. Now, how many of you guys went out there and watched the eclipse? Because I did.
I saw it. Yeah.
Because all the kids had all the glasses and they were all excited on the back deck and they were looking at, give me them glasses. Let me look at it. Yeah, it's the moon. Okay, I want it.
The trippy shadows we got in 2017 that were just everywhere, We got a little bit of that, and we got photos of it. I'll show them on the next show.
Oh, that's cool.
They make these perfect little crescent moons of light, like an artist was hatching.
Right.
And I was looking for them everywhere, and I was disappointed. But I was going up the front steps into my house. Read that one, Tanner. I can't.
I suffer from road sage. I get out and offer rhymes of wisdom. That way they will leave enlightened.
There you go.
Right. You do that.
Hey, yo, what's up?
But I was going in the house, and I looked down at the steps, and the light coming through my azaleas was making those perfect little crescent moon light shapes. I'm like, oh, there they are. So we got photos. Pardon me. As a matter of fact, pardon me more. It's getting hot in my studio. I'm going to have to switch to headphones and turn on the air conditioner. It's warm in here, is what I'm saying.
Need to give a shout out since, Abbo is on here and, made a few comments. If you haven't checked it out, it's a free download. Astro Rats. Correct me if I'm wrong, Abbo. I hope I didn't butcher that. But it's a good read. It's fun. Just like.
Oh, is that from Abbo?
Yeah.
Right on.
Free download on their website.
Drop those links. Let me grab my headphones and get fired up here. I need air.
Yeah, I downloaded it. I read it. I was thoroughly entertained.
Well, you guys know how it is.
Boom, there's a quick draw McGraw.
Bam, bam.
Quick draw on the links.
While you're there, pick up your copies of Splinters of Yggdrasil, because that's a good read, too. I'm just saying.
All right.
$5
Can
books.
you guys hear me?
We like $5 books. We like them.
Can we hear me?
I can hear you.
Okay. All right.
Next time he does that, Tanner, act like you can't hear him. All right?
No, don't do that. I'm old. The rage will kick in. It'll be unpleasant. All right, there we go. All right. All right, so Pops is on standby. He's got to run off on the errand here shortly.
That's horrible now. I don't know. Your audio's bad now, Doc.
Oh,
grainy there.
Let me check something here. All right, how about now?
Okay,
that's better.
Yeah.
All right, there we go.
A lot of background noise.
Yeah, it's the headphones were working for me hearing you guys, but the webcam was still using its microphone with the air blowing over it.
Oh, okay, that makes sense.
I had to go in and tell it, don't do half a fucking job, do the whole job, headset. Jeez. What in the world are we like to? Okay.
And we're worried about AI waking up and taking us over? Maybe not yet. Not yet.
Maybe not.
Maybe not.
If you're ever concerned about how smart AI is getting, go talk to ChatGPT. It's like talking to a freshman libtard in college. It really is.
Well, they can't draw fingers.
Right.
Means they probably won't know how to build them. So they won't be able to hold guns. We're good.
They'll have like 30 fingers on one hand.
That might mean they can pull just more triggers, man.
Oh, no.
Don't give them ideas. They'll make guns with 18 triggers.
Oh, we just released the newest installment today. Congratulations.
Oh.
How about we got to get you back out on the show?
We do.
We got to have Mo and Joe. Skynet is just not there yet.
Yeah, not there. Not there yet. Getting there.
Not quite
but not
there
there yet.
So listen, we here at Doc's Coffee Shop care about your well-being. So we harvest only the freshest of memes once a week to bring you the nourishment that you need to be a healthy, contributing member of society. You know, some things are just self-evident. Look at that.
It's uncanny.
And remember, Fred Gwynn had to undergo hours of makeup to look as bad as Rachel Maddow does naturally.
She probably has to sit in that chair for a couple minutes.
Oh, yes. I've been seeing this one around lately.
There must be some kind of way out of here.
Lounge to the left.
Said the Joker to the
thief. All right. First of all, I love this. Secondly, that's a good drawing. I mean, that's really well done. So the Francis Scott Key Bridge posted, I have information that could lead to the arrest and imprisonment of Hillary Clinton. Kind of like the guy in D.C. that shot himself twice in the back of the head. Pineapple on pizza is delicious. Which? I don't care who you are. That's funny. TV said if I got all my booster shots, eat bugs, and get an electric car, that the weather would get gooder. This is what they want from you. They want compliance. They're just trying to figure out how far can they push you. You know, what bizarre thing can we get them to do next?
Brianna,
how wonderful to see you. Guten Tag.
We miss you on Sundays. We miss you.
I apologize for the mean, hurtful, and very accurate things I said. P.S. Stop being a little bitch. This one was sent to me. This one was sent to me from our lovely friend Carrie. Careful, Snowflake. I drink coffee stronger than your feelings.
Oh.
What's up, Kitty? Good to see you, Flip City Kitty. Speaking of Flip City Kitty, totally clips of the cat.
See that last one that we saw? That's about how much sun we had. Was a little sliver over the cat.
Yeah. Hey, I mean, you know, I'm not saying anything here, but have you ever wondered why there are no Democrats on Mount Rushmore? Yeah, me neither.
Oh, shit. I hold these truths as self-evident.
Yes, some things are just true on the face of it. So this has been another exciting episode of... Yeah, I'm not playing that whole thing again. But we got to get this. Pops, have you got to set up for the poll?
Yes, we are. We are.
We're all set up. So... Just want to say this, all right. Last week, there was kind of an unfair advantage. Big Red brought out her assets, and the blonde and the brunette didn't. So we thought we would level the playing field this week.
Who's we, Doc?
Our blonde contender.
Who exactly is we?
Me, myself, and I.
Okay, just so everybody's clear on that.
And then our brunette said, "That's not a knife. That's a knife." So there you go. Head on over to the Madness YouTube channel and vote Ginger, our returning champion, blonde or brunette. Your call. I mean, just my goodness gracious. Yes, indeedy. Get on over there and vote. We will tally those votes before the end of the show. Told you it was rigged.
Oh, look! Look. That brunette is AI.
I'm aware that one is digitally touched up. It is, however, I saw the real photo. But you know, I go shopping, right, for these babe baristas of the week. And it's getting harder and harder to find one that's not AI or not, you know, not safe for work. It's getting hard to find them. So here's what I'm thinking. Next week, we're going to have her bra size is a zip code. Here's what we're going to do. Next week, going to be totally original. 3 new contenders, regardless of who wins. And these are going to be just beautiful women that I run into out in public. I will take pictures and bring them in.
Oh, what I miss?
The Babe Barista of the Week.
Oh.
So not much. Just boobs.
Lots of them.
Welcome back, Tanner. Welcome
Thank
back.
you. Oh my gosh. So,
you remember Red, right, Tanner? You remember
yeah,
Red?
I do remember Red.
Okay. Well, she was joined by obviously not necessarily blonde, but
Blonzilla.
Blonde for the picture, you know. Yeah. I see them roots, lady. I see them roots.
And then our digitally enhanced young lady.
Yeah.
Yeah, show me the hands. From now on, there's got to be hands in the photos.
Yeah. Yeah, that brunette, she might be AI. I don't know.
Hold on.
Don't die on the snout.
Yeah, don't do that.
Wait till after the show.
The views, though, we would get.
Oh man, yeah.
I didn't take my Zyrtec, and that air conditioner's blowing right in my face. So, excuse me one moment.
Yeah, I get it. There's all sorts of stuff going on today. Good Lord. I got my son doing virtual in there, and he's like, Dad, it's at 1%. Where's the charger to the computer? Oh, okay. Gotta go fix, put out fires,
It happens. Now, I won't catch a case because I'm here to tell you the women I'm going to post next week will consent to it, and I know them personally. And they are all just breathtaking women. They will take your breath away. You'll see. So, just in the news, I was surprised it was serious. A fairy tale themed amusement park in my country gave Cinderella a cup upgrade.
No,
well,
that was in the news?
Sleeping Beauty. Listen, Brianna, receipts or it didn't happen.
Yeah.
We need
a link or something.
Photographic evidence.
You got to show, don't tell.
That's right. Show, don't tell. Mike Barron's rule. Remember. Which is always funny to me because it's true, but that's coming from a writer. Sketchbook, listen.
Oh God!
I've warned you. I've warned you about the peyote. Lay off. My goodness gracious. So, yeah, I held back on commenting on the Key Bridge thing because I don't ever like talking about things where people were harmed.
Right.
But I've been hearing so much insanity about this. That computer was hacked. It was an act of terrorism. Okay, you can't hack a ship's computer from outside of the ship. It's impossible. They're not networked to anything at all. I'm not talking about their personal computers they have on board. I'm talking about the software that controls the computer. Secondly, it was not a deliberate act. Okay? No matter what these Biden supporters say, Trump did not make that thing run into that bridge just so the price of everything would go up anymore. Jumping jingles.
Biden that made it run into the bridge.
Well, in fairness, both sides have espoused some pretty stupid stuff. So no, it was not a deliberate act, and it did not cause a solar eclipse, and the solar eclipse is not causing global warming. Get the hell out of here, crazy people. What's wrong with you?
All righty then. I'm seeing it right now, Doc.
Well, share screen, baby.
Yeah, let me get this for you. Let me get this for you here. Holy crap.
She says it's a good use for a theme park. Wait, Sleeping Beauty's blonde? I thought she was brunette.
Yeah, I know, huh?
Sleeping Beauty? Yeah, she was blonde in the Disney cartoon, anyhow.
Oh, the Snow White was brunette. That's right. All right. First of all, I have issues here. How do we know that's not just a stuffed bra?
Hold on. She said scroll down. Oh, there you go. It did.
Wait, is that even a real person or a mannequin?
No, it's not a real person. At least the one on the left end.
Okay. All right.
Oh, interesting.
Well, I mean, you know, you got to spend your money somewhere. Now, Abo says, I have a source that can link that disaster to Aquaman. I would believe that. This is a CPR dummy. It's an animatronic thingy.
Thingy.
It breathes? It breathes? Well, hell, that just makes it a real person, doesn't it?
That's crazy.
It identifies as a real person.
Probably. It identifies as a sleeping person.
So, I have also withheld from commenting on, and I'm only going to make a brief comment here about the Ed Piskor situation.
Oh, what's going on?
Well, you know, he suicided himself.
Well, yeah. I'm tracking that, but I mean, what are your thoughts on that?
My thoughts on it are simple. I snotted on myself. My thoughts on it are simple. First of all, don't do that. Don't take your own life because of harassment or bullying. Don't do it.
Oh,
it's a permanent solution to a temporary problem. If you're feeling suicidal, reach out. Call 911 or 988 and talk to a professional. Go to the local ER. Do whatever you got to do. If you're a person of faith, go talk to your pastor or your priest. You know, go talk to somebody. But here's the second thing. Don't be an asshole. I will never understand for the life of me how there are people that sit down at a computer and say, hey, you know what I'm going to do today? I'm going to go online and I'm going to be a complete prick to people individually. I'm going to torment this person. I have so much hate in my heart for myself and for the world that I'm going to lash out and try to destroy somebody. Here's option B. Don't do that. It's that simple. Don't do it. The world has enough assholes in it.
Yeah,
you choose the opposite path. Choose the opposite path. That's all I'm going to say about that. I'm not assigning blame. I'm not making excuses for anybody. What I'm saying is all of that was avoidable. All of it.
Yeah, no, and it's kind of driving me nuts lately. You know, because there's a lot of shows that I used to watch, pertaining to comics and everything, and they've just gone silent. It's like no one's talking about comics no more. It just feels the situation happened, and it's like it's broke the industry or something.
Yeah, we are not exclusively a comic book show here.
Yeah,
we just happen to be creators, promoters, whatever, and we will highlight campaigns and talk about stuff. But this is more just a nice, my goal for this show was always to replicate that wonderful experience I used to have when I worked downtown. My mid-morning break around 10 a.m., I would go and just sit outside the local coffee shop, enjoy coffee. And there was a group of us that met, and we would just talk about things that were going on in the day. So that's kind of the thing I wanted to create here. But having said that, if you're a comic book show, talk about comic books, get out of the drama.
Yeah, clearly.
Get out of it.
So I got good news. So I got a hold of Chance.
Okay.
And he'll be getting on here in a second.
All right. I guess better late than ever.
Yeah.
It's getting me. Oh my God.
Tis the season.
Yeah, that pollen, baby. So here's the thing though. I've got the smoker's hack. I've been smoking longer than some of y'all been alive.
Yeah.
But here's what I've discovered. When you have one of these coughing fits, you'll get lightheaded, you'll get tunnel vision, you'll see stars.
It's not at all unpleasant. It's like, is that what dying feels like? Because that's kind of cool. Don't strike me, YouTube. I'm speaking subjectively here.
Yeah.
Not encouraging anyone to do anything. Matter of fact, I just advocated for the opposite, didn't I? Yeah, I'm pretty sure I did.
Years ago when I was in Korea, and it's a long story, so I'm going to shorten it significantly. But the point is I had a situation where this is when I was in the Air Force. I almost died of hypothermia.
Okay.
And so I've always told people, about drowning and hypothermia. I said, if I got to go, I want it to be one of the two things, because I'm just going to let it happen if I'm drowning, it's like, okay, I'm just, I'm going to suck it in and just let the asphyxia take its course.
Okay. Because
if I want to go, I think that's the way to go,
no.
You're just hypothermia, you just drift off. You're just really tired.
The hypothermia, maybe. The drowning, no.
I don't know. No, the lightheadedness.
We don't drown. We spend too much time avoiding that. So, it's part of my ongoing series of things you will never read in my obituary. One, his chute didn't open. You'll never read that in my obituary because I'm not jumping out of no fucking airplane. Number two, the bungee cord broke. Same thing. I'm not an idiot. I'm not doing that. It's perfectly safe. It's 99% safe. Yeah, there's that 1%. Okay. If you've seen my luck with inanimate objects, you don't roll those dice. I'm just saying.
10 years ago, probably would have been all for it. But, my back's messed up. My neck, my knees, all that.
I mean, it might give you that spinal correction you really need.
True. It just might. Oh, I can walk again.
If the bungee cord breaks and you don't expect it to, you're having the time of your life for about 2.6 seconds. And then you have an uh-oh moment and it's over. So no, that's a hard pass from me.
I feel you on that one.
Only one narrow escape, so look at it and know what it feels like. I have an overworked guardian angel.
Yeah, my guardian angel's out there looking like too much coffee, man. Like,
So I was drowsy and driving. Shouldn't have been. But I was awake but not alert. And I'm barreling down this backcountry road because I know where I'm going. I'm back visiting from being deployed elsewhere. I didn't know that they had done road construction. So I literally left the ground and jumped across the road and landed in a field. Now, nobody was hurt. Even the car was okay. However, we were stuck, all four tires in that mud, like a dart. But for that split second there, I had a few thoughts, Tanner. Thought number one. You out, Pops?
Yeah, I'm out.
All right, see ya.
Later.
Thought number one. Hey, look, I'm airborne. Thought number two. I hope I don't die. Thought number two. Hey, look, we stuck the landing. And then thought number four is the one every man on earth has when he does something stupid. I hope nobody saw that. Abo says, I'm going out cat style. There's something at the bottom of this bag. Curiosity will get you. My goodness gracious. Oh, Pops left at the most inopportune time. It's almost time for us to take a break and play some commercials so I can refill my coffee.
I know, right?
So let's see how fast I can make that happen.
Okay.
So let's hear from another one of our sponsors hanging out with us here in the chat just as soon as I find it. Here we go. Bam!
Flip City Magazine is just really pulling out all the stops, man. Your guys' production value of this magazine has gone insane. I mean, look at that. I mean, I remember when you guys, it was black and white. Even when it was black and white, I thought your quality was great. But damn, they have just, I mean, they just really stepping it up a notch. Look at this. James Corbett, boys. James Corbett.
Genuinely cutting. But also funny, and obviously just chaotic and very fun.
I love Flip City. It has brought new types of badassery and integrity to the print medium.
The future. The final frontier. It has never been so uncertain as now. AI, VR, haptic wear, nanotechnology, mass destruction with a remote click. Now we are finally seeing the true potential and dangers of an ever-connected and overly policed hyper-technological world. Have we finally become the architect of our own demise? Is there still hope? Welcome to the future. Welcome to Punk Droid.
This get boring you? Why don't you talk to me instead? I'm from a different planet.
And we are back. Well, I say we. Tanner is doubtlessly taking care of the universe. You know, he is a superhero after all. Oh my goodness gracious. So we are eagerly awaiting our guest, Chance Priest. No one backstage yet, so we'll just have to see. I hope everyone had the opportunity to run and refresh your beverage and join us. Welcome back. And welcome back to you, Brianna. We have been missing you. Glad to see you hanging around again. New promo coming soon. Can't wait to see it, Kitty. Kitty accepted my friend request over on the Facebook. I'm delighted by that.
Oh, man.
You're late.
The dog. Murphy's Law is like working overtime right now.
You know, there is the Murphy's Law. Everyone knows is that anything that can go wrong will go wrong. There's a restaurant here in town called Murphy's, and they serve breakfast. Well, they have 100 Murphy's Laws, and I only remember this one other one that says you have a 90% chance of getting any 50-50 proposition wrong. That was so profound, it has stuck with me for years. Let's see. I wisely used the break to give some food to the doggo. Oh, but she was upset that I waited for the break. Oh, smooth move, Tanner.
Yeah, I know.
So here's what actually happened with the guest. I'm just now getting this. Let me.
Okay.
I would share it, but he says, "Hey, I appreciate the offer, but I found out who you are, and I want nothing to do with your sorry ass. I will not be coming on your show. Fuck off." I'm kidding. I'm kidding. That's just my insecurity speaking is what that is.
No.
So, I'm sorry. Tanner and I were talking about the opposite of creative block is when you have just creative diarrhea. It just won't stop. You know, you can't turn it off. I'm there right now. It's like I am finishing the last couple of scenes or the last couple of pages in A Damn Dirty Thing. And my brain is already on the next project. And it's making it hard for me to focus and finish. When I get to the end of a book, Tanner, I don't know about you, but when I'm at the end of the book, I'm like, why can't I do this faster? I just want to be done with it.
Yes.
So what did I do yesterday? My dumb ass, I'm working digitally now. So that means that you do your roughs and then you create a new layer and you do your final line work, like inking. I forgot to make a separate layer. And I am probably 30% of the way through lining this thing. So I'm not going to just stop. But what did that mean? It meant hours of erasing all the little squiggle lines that aren't necessary. And it was tedious and tiring. I don't think I got away from this desk until like 9 o'clock last night. It was horrible. Oh, let me see. Brianna says, can you share some creativity? I'm blocked. It's making me miserable. I do have advice for you. All kidding aside, Brianna. And this is for any creator out there. Try me and see if I'm not right. Just sit down and start doing, whether you feel like it or not.
Oh,
doesn't matter. Even if garbage, like if I'm writing and I'm stumped, I just start writing. Even if it's garbage, eventually something goes click and the good starts happening. Then you go back and edit the bad out. With painting, I teach art and imagine Musil. I teach art, and I'll have my apprentice level students will talk about, creator's block or burnout or whatever. So I will go over to their painting station. I will grab their little hand that's holding a paintbrush, and I would, without looking, just blob it down into their palette and blob it onto the canvas and tell them, look right here at me and move your arm. Just start painting. And after 3 seconds of that, now look at your canvas and work. Make that into something. And without fail, the creativity kicks in and they start working. Same thing for drawing. Just start drawing. If it's complete shite, eventually, if you're a creator, your abilities and your talent will kick in, and you will be over the block. It works every time. I promise you. So, by the way, those of you that write, there's a show here, 4:00 Wednesdays, called the Writer's Block, where different writers come out, and it's only 30 minutes. But if you're a writer, ask them your questions about their process, about how they do things, their advice for how to get past certain obstacles or to do good work, and get answers. So far, it's been great. I mean, I know 2 of the guests were amazing. We had Mike Barron on, and we had me on. Because I'm a writer, too.
Chance apologizes, but he's having some technical issues. He's been kicked out of the stream 5 times. It goes, it's like it's launching, and then
oh man,
just can't get on.
Okay, all right. Well, we will reschedule Chance.
Yeah, we will.
I don't want to give him a little piece of a show at the end if he's able to get in. We'll get him back on here. Tell him, listen, I appreciate the effort, but I really know what's going on. He just hates me. That's what it is. It's what it is. He hates me. I need a goodies powder behind that, y'all. Hey, it's the only show I know where you can watch the host do drugs.
Right? No, I feel you. Like lately, like the creativity, I'm suffering from an abundance of it. Like it's so, like I said earlier, it's almost hindering me.
Yeah,
because I keep thinking, oh, I like this idea. Oh, I got this idea. Oh man, I could draw this.
Yeah,
and it's hitting me on all fronts. Like I'm writing, I go sit down to finish a script, and I'm like, oh man, I got this idea for another thing. So I jot down a quick synopsis.
There you go.
Get it?
There's a friend of mine now. He's not a writer of fiction, but he's a researcher in psychology. He's a counselor, psychologist. And he was talking about the fact that, and all of us have it, you're either on the potty or in the shower when you have your best ideas. And
oh, God, ain't that the truth?
You always lie to yourself and say, I don't need to write that down. I'll remember it. He keeps a grease pencil in the shower and writes on the shower wall.
That's actually not a bad idea.
Be sure to research a twin study on this particular effect, blah, 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 blah. And then he'll make subnotes under that of where that idea came from, how is it applicable, blah, 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 blah. Check this source, check that source. And he said, he just goes in there and, wipes it clean when he's gotten the notes transcribed. I'm like, okay, that's almost brilliant, but you don't know me. Okay, it would look like they show when the FBI comes in on the serial killer and there's writing all over the walls.
Yes,
that's what it would look like. I'm afraid to do that. My wife would have me institutionalized.
I do. Oh God, I'll make like these weird I don't know, what do you call them when you have like circles and squares and it's you talking about the abstract, and I'll be like, oh, this. Abstract, connects to this abstract idea and then this and this. And I'm all over the place. I couldn't do that. So like some of my notes are almost look like physics notes.
I have a theory about that, by the way. Let's see. Brianna says, maybe it's not a block per se. I could get myself to start working, although it feels bad at first. Lots of it, and then I get into it for about 4 hours. Then it goes away and feels pointless. Just go back and revisit old work.
I cannibalize. Stuff all the time. I couldn't even begin to tell you how much I do that. I'll take an idea. Rin, my recent book, I went back to grade school. I found like old characters because I was like, man, there is nothing more creative than the mind of a child. And then it hit me. I was like, wait a minute. I've got old bios and character designs from when I was a child.
Yes.
So I was like, this will work. I want cartoony, cheeky.
Yes.
You know?
There was a competition when I was in high school, and it was called the National Media Festival for Creative Arts. And in it was illustrated book. Well, to me and my buddy, that meant comic book. So we would enter, and we won it all 3 years. 3 years in a row. Bam, bam, bam. First place every time. And the comics, y'all, were horrible. Okay? They were absolute shit. But between he and I, we came together because we both had all these big universes in our heads of characters. We came together and boom, moshed them all together. And like one of the comic books one year was this big Godzilla-ish looking monster, and all of our heroes fighting him to keep him from destroying the town. And we had this great scene where the strongest, physically strongest character we had was called Anvil, and the monster steps on him. And then there's an Atlas scene with him standing up, pushing this monster's foot off of him. And that stuck with me until in the 90s, I'm doing comics professionally, and there's a very similar scene that has been written by that writer. I'm like, I'm totally using what I drew in that comic book, and I did, and it looked great. But I have a theory about, you talk about the scribbles looking like physics boards. I think physicists are lying to get money. I don't think those fucking numbers mean a thing. It's scribble on a board, and they go, "Oh, look, you did, Samson's eurythmic formula or whatever the fuck." Yeah. No, you didn't. You're all in it together.
You're all making it up as you go along.
You're just making shit up and pretending you all understand each other to get government grants. That's my theory on it. Prove me wrong. But remember, if you're going to prove me wrong, you got to remember, I can barely do math at all. So, good luck explaining that shit to me.
Which is funny because my my geometry teacher, used to tell me, or didn't understand why I wasn't good at geometry. He's like, usually artists are really good at geometry. I was like, I can draw the shape. That's not the problem. You want me to solve for why? That's the problem.
I was in the 8th grade, and we're doing pre-algebra, and the first time I saw a letter appear in math, my brain shut down. And my professor said, "If you have X, and then what is Y?" I said, Z. Z. That's what X and Y, they're letters. They're not numbers. Fuck off. I'm not doing this. I can balance a checkbook.
Mm-hmm.
I can count money. I can calculate range, mileage, speed when I'm traveling in a car. However, if you expect me to move beyond that into mathematics, well, then you've got another thing coming, because the shit ain't ever going to happen. And, by the way, Miss Fisher, 9th grade, you're wrong. I haven't used algebra a day in my life. Ever. The field of study that I went into was specifically chosen because there's no math involved. Yes,
I had to plug numbers into the computer on the tank, but it's just like, it's stuff that you know what I mean? It's like coordinating the nomenclature of the bullet that you're using. So you got these little codes,
yes.
And you memorize them.
Yes. In medicine, you have to figure out dosage versus weight. I forget the name of the formula. There's one for age, one for weight, to figure out formula. Yeah, you know what is in every single ER? A cheat sheet that tells you.
Yeah, see, our little box opened up, and so I also had a little cheat sheet on the inside.
Yeah. And then IV pumps came along, and it was like, I don't even have to figure that out. Just punch in the rate, and the automatic machine will do it for you. So never. Oh, Brianna says, whatever, right? I never finished high school, and now I write fantasy stories in 2 languages. My poor grades weren't accurate in language, at least. In math, they are very correct. Yeah, I feel you.
Heck yeah.
Oh, I had to calculate using the refactor of the different explosives. Don't tell me you didn't have a cheat sheet though, because I know you did. But math was just not a thing for me. Like I had all back. They call them AP now. They used to call them accelerated.
Oh yeah.
I was in all accelerated classes for every subject except math. I was in there with the football team. Okay.
I had a really, really bad counselor, and apparently, like, I don't know, it was like the semester or something like that. Anyhow, halfway through, I get called into the counselor's office, and she's like, "You're not on track to graduate." And I was like, "What do you mean I'm not on track to graduate? You just told me. You've been telling me I'm on track to graduate." She's like, "Oh, you're short a math credit." So I actually had to do a night course. I did. Oh, well, yeah. It's like a few hours, to get caught up so I could graduate on time. And I did. It was like a practical math course, which was hilarious because I had a checking account already. I knew how to balance a checkbook. And so all the stuff that they were teaching in there, it was like, practical. It was math that you would use in everyday life, which I thought was hilarious because my parents, did the right thing and prepped me for life already.
Right.
So I did great in this class.
There you go. Practical math. Yeah. By the way, let me clarify this before you guys call the FBI on him. Kirby was in the military. He's talking about ordnance work. Right. Brianna says, I tried studying the regular way without knowing I have an ADHD brain. I didn't stand a chance. Yeah. I'm very right-brained. Okay. Now, there's a lot of left brain there, too, because the sciences came very easy to me because I understood it. I could not understand the relationship between numbers and letters. I'm sorry. That's just an alien language, and I think they're making it up. It's a lie. It's all a lie. I stand by that. I'll fight you. I'll die on that hill. Physicists are liars. They're scammers. They're cheating universities out of just tons of money. I watched The Big Bang Theory. You're not fooling me one bit.
Bazinga.
Bazinga. Oh my God. Actually, I love that show, by the way.
Me and my wife finished up that show.
I think I've binge watched that thing twice, all the way through, beginning to end. It's just a good show. It's one of those few shows they didn't lose any of the main characters and replace them with somebody. True. They didn't change the nature of the characters. They let them develop organically over time. It's like with MASH, they replaced primary characters, and I never liked the replacements. Colonel Potter was not better than Colonel Blake. Sorry. Winchester was not better than Frank Burns, and BJ was not better than Trapper John. Sorry, just wasn't. All right. But then they also had Hot Lips go from being the butt of all the jokes to being a friend and a warm, cuddly ally. No, that is not the show. They totally derailed themselves. I'm just saying. By the way, lesson to you creators out there. Characters can grow, but they should not totally have their personality wiped clean and a new one transposed over them.
Yes.
Yep. Fortunately, here's what I do, Brianna. If they want to come at you with their high IQ left brain stuff, just hit them even harder with your right brain stuff. You're bilingual. You speak 2 different languages. All right. I promise you, nobody in my neighborhood does. We're Americans, all right? We only speak American. We don't even speak English.
We do speak 2 languages, good English and bad English.
Yes.
As Bruce Willis so eloquently.
Oh, strongly disagree, Kitty. I'm happy to debate that with you anytime, anywhere. Yes, like Penny, don't pull those punches. Yeah, she gets Sheldon frequently.
Right.
But then there's a poll worth having. By the way, is it what was Jennifer Aniston's character's name on Friends? Rachel?
No.
Yeah, it was Rachel.
Yeah, it was Rachel.
Rachel versus Penny. Who was hotter?
Man.
Who was hotter? Now I'm not going to lie. Jennifer Aniston's got that Girl next door, just hotness to her, even now. All right. But Penny, I don't know. There's just something about her. She's adorable. So, I don't think there's a bad choice there. But this was one of those random topics that came up at the coffee shop. I did not enjoy the show Friends like I enjoyed Big Bang Theory.
Oh yeah, I mean, I liked it when I was younger. I remember, but being that I don't remember any episodes, it shows how much of a impact it had on me.
These Japanese kids in my daughter's school, they all got names that mean flower or sky or river. They asked me what my name meant. I said, I'm an American. My name don't mean shit. Which face? Wait, what are we referring to? My brain's already moved on.
I missed something.
I did too. Elaborate, Abo. So we have reached that point in the show where it's time to throw it open to the chat. If you guys want to jump in and talk about anything at all, we're going to make that available to you. My rule is simple. If I know you, I'll let you in. If I don't, piss off.
Oh, Brianna. Yeah. Unfortunately, Charmed was another one. Started out good, but then fizzled out when they started changing characters and bringing new ones in, all that stuff.
My wife watched.
Messed with the formula.
Yeah, my wife watched Charmed and Buffy. And what was the one with the two guys in the Charger that went around fighting?
Oh, Supernatural.
Yeah. She binged all of those. I just couldn't get into those. I mean, they felt too. I don't know what's the word here. Like they were making it up as they went along. The ones that I really enjoyed that I miss, Firefly was amazing.
Oh man, Firefly was good. Yeah.
Oh, here he comes. The ordnance man himself. What's up, Kirby?
I regret typing any of that. Damn you guys in the conversation. talking about your jobs and shit. Man. Yeah. Fucking feds and spooks. I was a Marine.
He's a Marine. Were you EOD?
No, I was a saltman.
Okay. All right.
Yeah. So all that's I'm done with all of that.
It was perfectly legal. It was part of the job.
Yeah.
Rihanna, that's what I'm talking about. Stargate SG-1. Yes. Absolutely. That show was freaking amazing. Now, and I'm talking about SG-1, not all the other spin-offs and everything, but SG-1 had continuity like you wouldn't believe. Like stuff that happened in season 2 would show back up in season 7, and you're like, whoa, mind blown.
Okay.
You know that.
All right, wait a minute. Wait. Only because Kirby is in witness protection does he get to not be on camera, Stephen. You know that. What's up, Stephen B? Huh?
Yeah. Huh?
Huh?
Huh? What? Huh?
Can you hear me now?
Yes.
Huh?
Right.
I thought he was going to start crooning. Wishful thinking.
Not much. I have to change a few things on Rev, so that's gonna be a little bit longer.
Oh, that's never fun when you got to do unexpected changes.
Well, and I don't mind saying this live. There's a character that has like a similar power to a character that's in the anime show.
Mm-hmm.
My Hero Academia.
I got you.
And what this character is able to do is that, and it's a passive power. Anything it touches, it will decay. It will rot, into all the way to the very core.
So kind of like my ex-wife.
Rihanna, Robin Carlyle was great.
So I told someone about this character, and they're like, that sounds way too similar to this one character. I go, why? Because he has the same power. I'm like, okay, so I'm pretty sure there's a lot of characters that have like similar power.
Yeah, true. True,
You
but
know, one of my characters basically ripped off Lobo, and like the personality of like Lobo and Deadpool, mix them together.
Yeah, just remember DC has Superman and Captain Marvel. Okay, they're basically the same guy.
Yeah. So should I keep the character in the book?
Yeah, absolutely.
Because
absolutely.
in Electra they had, remember the movie, the fucking suck ass movie. They had that that one chick. She did the same. She had the power of decay.
Yep.
Right.
Yep.
She blew a kiss at one of those dudes, and his face started running.
Yeah. What was her name?
I don't know.
Plague Patty or some shit. Somebody.
Typhoid Mary.
Typhoid Mary. Yeah. Yeah. Typhoid Mary. There's her barista of the week, Stephen B. Tanner, I feel like we have bonded this evening.
I think so. I think we did.
Stargate one? Oh, okay. Go ahead, Steven.
So now I'm rethinking this. I don't think I'm going to change anything. I'm just going to keep the character in there.
Nah.
You don't have to change anything.
But I do want to, that brings up the topic we were talking about earlier, where Brianna was saying, I go back and look at what I just spent 4 hours doing and it's all shit. Here's something else I've discovered when I'm writing. I write as much as I can possibly write and then sit on it for a couple of weeks. Don't put eyes on it again. Mm-hmm. Come back and revisit it with your editor's brain. And you might think, oh, this is complete garbage. And what you thought was genius is trash. And what you thought was trash is actually good. You edit, you tweak it, you keep working.
Yeah.
And eventually you get there. Am I wrong?
No, you're not wrong.
New
or
brain.
You just come at it with the frame of mind of screw it. It's good no matter what.
Yeah,
whether it's bad, it's good.
When I'm the writer, when I'm writing, the writer tells myself, I'm a genius. Look at these amazing words flowing out of me. And then later my editor self sits down and goes, this fucking moron. This sentence structure's wrong. The mood is wrong. Reword that.
I was talking to Chris Willett the other day.
Yeah,
Chris is an extraordinary writer. Like he can get into a character and how it could be a guy, a girl, different races, and he just nails it. He can get into that personality.
Yeah.
Meanwhile, I'm sitting here like,
how would a white guy that's a veteran handle this situation?
Yeah. Exactly. And then and then we were laughing, because I was like, it's kind of like that. What was that movie with Jack Nicholson where they're like, oh, how do you write women so well? And he's like, I think of a man and I take away reason and accountability. I was like, I'm not saying that's how I write women, but
as good as it gets. Yeah.
As good as it gets. Yeah. I'm kind of like that, where I'm like, man, I got to do basis for comparison and that's it.
I think what I talked about when I was hosting the writer's block about Ernest Hemingway's advice to that young writer: listen to people around you.
Yeah,
listen
absolutely.
But don't listen to eavesdrop or critique. Just listen. Listen to what they're saying. Why are they saying it? What is the emotional content? What is the setting? Listen to the sounds in the background while they're talking, and bring all of that into your writing. What shall I tell you of? Place, time, situation, appearances. Ask yourself these questions as you're writing. Enrich them with details. What does it smell like? What's the lighting like?
I hear what you're saying, but for myself, like what I was mentioning to Chris, the point of what I was going to say is, I realized I'm never going to be Alan Moore, so I'm going to stop trying to be Alan Moore. Maybe I'm the Roger Corman of comics. Roger Corman didn't put out the best movies, but he put out movies.
or maybe you're the Tanner Hurley of comics.
Yeah.
Yes, stay true to yourself. Absolutely. I think one of the things that makes writing this noir stuff so easy for me is I long to live in that time. Say, kid,
Right?
Yeah. See, I'm so immersed in that culture that it comes very easy to write it.
No, I hear you. And that's how I feel with the project I'm currently working on myself, because I like robots and monsters and all that kind of stuff and sci-fi and
Sure, yeah.
and it just comes naturally,
And you got to ask yourself, how would a typical person respond if they're just going about their business and they turn a corner and Godzilla's standing in the middle of the street? Okay? Not like that commercial I saw for the Godzilla movie where the girl looks and sees Godzilla step on a building and goes, "Is that Godzilla?" No, that's some other random fucking monster stepping on the city. What the hell do you mean, is that Godzilla? Jeez.
Well, that's horrible writing.
Yeah, that's
Is that one of the movies?
Yeah, it was literally in a trailer. Margot, it's good to see you, Margot.
Hello, Margot.
Pops is not here. He had to run an errand. So, when he's away, we take advantage of that and just totally derail the show. Let's see. Brianna says, I've learned English from British, American, and Australian people as a kid. I don't know what my writing is like, except maybe accidentally multicultural. Right on.
Nothing wrong with that.
Write the voice you hear in your head, unless you're crazy. Well, even then, even then. How dear, I see that you do not have a wrench. I will try to alleviate that if you're on my channel. If you're not on my channel, I can't do that. But we like for everyone to have a wrench. So you can drop those links. Margot, drop your links. Abo, drop your links.
Drop them.
Kirby has no links to drop. The only man in the community that has no links to drop. Stephen B, drop your links.
All right.
Sketchbook is still here. Sketchbook, good to see you. Let's see. That's as bad as a man buying 50 pounds of dog food and one behind him says, "Do you have a dog?" He says, "Nope, the Alpo died and lost 150 pounds. She goes and buys a bag too." Yeah, exactly. Exactly.
Right.
True story. My son is 11 years old, and we're taking some doors over to one of our rental properties, right? And we're walking out to the car. I said, "Come on, son, I got to take these doors over to we called it the little house, over to the little house." And as we're walking to the vehicles, in plain sight of him, there's our sedan, and there's my truck with the doors sticking out of the back. And he goes, "Which car are we going in?" What? How is that even a question? Where are we going, son? And what are we doing? I wanted him to think. I could not believe he asked me that question. Which car are we going in? Well, I thought we'd drive over in the little car and just sit there for a minute and go, "Oh shit, I forgot the doors. If only they were in the back of a conveyance that capable of carrying those things across town. Oh wait, there is such a thing. What the hell? Which car are we going in?"
The funny thing is, there are times where I call these stupid moments, and it's when I would ask, I would say the dumbest question, and the next thing I hear is that I call myself an idiot, and I call myself an idiot because I already knew what the answer was.
Yeah. Well, I mean, that was actually, Margot, we lived in our home and we had 3 others that we rented out. I've since long ago gotten out of that because it's a pain in the ass.
Oh, I can imagine.
Yeah.
You have to deal with people, and that's not fun.
Mm-hmm. Yes, it's entirely too people-y. Yes, Kirby.
Doc was saying, right in your inner voice, and that what Stephen was talking about, that's my inner voice. My inner voice calls me an idiot. Like, what are you doing, stupid?
Stupid? What's wrong with you?
I think that's kind of part of my writing process. My writing does not start with a concept and an outline. It starts with a conversation. And I'm like, well, who is saying this? And who are they saying it to? And why would they say it? What's around them? Where are they? And I start building a kind of a scene. And that gives me a concept for the story. And then I go, yeah, there was a lot of worry. It's a pain. You know, you get a call at 2 o'clock in the morning. Yeah, hot water heater busted. So, you know, you're always coming out of pocket on rental party. Yes, it makes a good income for you, but it's just not, to me, it's not worth the hassle. Just
when
my inner voice is Peter Cullen from Transformers.
Oh yeah.
yeah. Every day, that's what I hear. You know, transform and roll out.
Her inner voice is Tony Stark. Okay,
awesome. That's a fucking awesome inner voice.
Transformers, roll out.
Damn, Doc, you do that really well, actually.
I used to do commercials for a local radio station because I can do voices. Not all of them, but most of them. I can do accents. I can do voices. And I remember specifically, though, there was this car dealership, and they wanted their mascot was a crab, and the crab needed to have a voice, and it would just simply at the end of every ad, you know, this weekend only at Chronic Chevrolet, blah 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 blah, and then the crab would say, "Be there." And so I came up with "Be there," and I'm here to tell you, when I was recording that, we had to take so many takes and laughing my ass off at this horrible voice because it's all I could think of. I don't know how a crab talks. But we finally got one good take and it ended up being used. Yeah, it was a weird mascot, but it was Crab Family Chevrolet or something. They all. Whatever made me think of my voice, man. Voice people around me are shocked. Hey, let your snark fly, Brianna. Just let it fly.
Let it go.
Be snarky. This girl I dated in college, she didn't call it snarky. If her son got snarky, she said, "Don't get smacky mouth with me." And it cracked me up. And I asked her one day, I said, what is smacky mouth? Where did that come from? She goes, "Because I'm going to smack him in the mouth when he gets snarky." So smacky mouth. Works for me. Don't you get smacky mouth with me. So, Kirby.
Yes.
Something's coming up this week.
What's that?
On cockfights.
Uh-huh. Is it the Bascom?
Jason Bascom versus Peter Gilmore. Thursday night at what time do you know?
8 or 8:30.
Okay.
That's usually the scheduled slot, but Dark Gift has been changed that to accommodate the participants.
Yeah. Now, here's what I've got to say about this. This is going to be a good show. Margot says she's got to stay awake for that one. Yeah. I like Jason Bascom and I like Peter Gilmore. I like both of their art. They are both very good at what they do. I have a hard time thinking about who I'm going to vote for. So I'm just going to vote for the art piece itself, not the artist.
That's what everyone says when they go in.
Yeah. But I'll say this, man. Jason Bascom is fast as hell. I mean, like blazing fast. He'll be finished like that. The drawback to that is that wheel is going to spin, the wheel of betrayal, and you're going to have to change your drawing.
Yeah, you got to leave room.
Yeah, you better leave room for an extra character or, whatever insanity they put on there. And it got me thinking, I'm actually a little nervous now, Kirby, because I have called out Dark Gift himself.
Yeah.
I'm going after the Dark Betrayer. And I'm going to take I'm going to take him down. I will defeat him. However, that fucking wheel, and John Dillard's going to be in charge of the wheel that week.
Yeah.
He's going to do something. He's going to get me. He's going to get me. He's going to say, add a flight of stairs in 3-point perspective.
That holy shit! A flight of stairs.
And I will fail, Kirby. I will fail miserably.
These guys, Anthony and Doc, were complaining about drawing stairs one time. And I was like, no, you don't complain. You draw every single fucking step.
No,
on that
no. We were doing a book, you guys. Chat, listen to me. We're doing a book that's a fight scene that takes place in a stairwell. And it's a worm's eye view, then it's a bird's eye view, then it's this, then it's that. Listen, let me tell you something. I made it through that. But thereafter, there will always be an elevator. Okay? There's never going to be... I'm never drawing stairs again as long as I live.
Listen to this guy. You're talking to a panel of artists.
Damn right.
About stairs.
I hate to say this, but now for some reason I want to draw a fight scene with stairs.
See, Stephen B sets himself up for those kind of nightmares. I don't. So here's what I'm thinking. I'm doing this image, this particular panel. What is the least amount of drafting I have to do in this panel? Because I'm not a draftsman. I can't do it.
Well, the reason why I set myself for stuff like this is so that that I because I think about the story and I think about the art separately.
Yes.
And depending on where the story goes, if I think again bring up the stairs thing, if I think well there should be a fight in a staircase that's like that where you can look up, you can look down, you can look side to side, and any position position of the camera would work. Then you have to do that. You have to do that.
Well, yeah, you're speaking as a writer self versus the artist self. So here's how I handle that, Stephen B. The artist part of me tells the writer to fuck off. We're not doing that.
The artist in me says elevator.
Yes.
So one of the things that help is
peace, Brianna. Peace.
Is
later, Brianna.
Yeah.
I will look at some pictures of a staircase, what kind of staircase would be best for the situation, and one thing I can think of is that staircase to where it has a gap in the center, and honestly, that's like the best kind of a staircase.
Mm-hmm.
The one that have a gap in the center, because then you could do more with that.
Yeah, listen, Stephen. You are a brilliant artist who enjoys pushing yourself. I'm old and set in my ways.
He hates comics.
I push myself so I can be prepared for situations like that.
Oh no! By all means, you continue to push yourself. I'm just saying, I personally would not do it.
There's an elevator, or as Abo Gris says, a teleporter.
Yeah,
darn right.
Abo, right up my alley.
I drew an elevator before. It's in the first book.
Let me answer that. He has unofficially acknowledged the call out, but he keeps saying, "Yeah, I need to release an official video and accept the challenge and blah 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 blah." But Anthony suffers from procrastinatus majoris. He procrastinates. So you guys gotta call him out. Yeah, everybody in chat, you gotta call Anthony out on my challenge to him.
The last cockfight didn't release the link or set up the actual like show,
Call
right?
me out. What's that?
Till like 2 minutes before the show. And it was like, I could have dropped this link early in the week on different servers and stuff and promoted, but I couldn't. You know?
Yeah.
Like fucking bastard.
I don't know what HND is. Margot says, my son is drawing again, finished college last June.
Awesome.
10 months has taken him to pick up a pencil again. Yes. I'm so happy he passed his HND, but it trained him. I don't know what HND is. I assume that's something that's a test to graduate. What happens to the person who gets bodied? The loser has to publicly acknowledge that the other artist is their superior and they have to back their book. Now, Anthony's my publisher, so there's no real penalty to him there. He's already going to get the book.
You can only pay him 8% instead of 10%.
No. Anthony's like being called out. He moans about it, so we pull him up. Yeah, let him moan. Who cares? But it's just enough that he publicly acknowledged his inferiority to me. I mean, we already all know.
That's why Doc called him out. He already knows.
Well, actually, I called him out for selfish reasons. One, I wanted to get a feel for the show, so take somebody easy. Make him back the book of your choice. That's a good call. Two, it'll draw attention to my book, which is going to be released April the 19th. The campaign launches April 19th. So, it's all marketing. But having said that, I'm not pulling no punches, Anthony Ramon. I'm going to kick your ass. I mean, it's just that simple. And then after that, reason number 3, give me a chance to size up the other competitors before I call out the next person I want to go after.
There you go.
And I'm kind of eyeballing Kirby. I think I could take Kirby. Kirby's too slow.
I'll have to go digital. I'm pretty fast when I have a prompt, when I have to pull shit on my from the ether of creativity. It takes a while.
Yeah. And that is the thing. Sketchbook says you wanted the easy win. Watch Anthony wipe the floor with you.
Yeah, I know.
On any given night, anybody can lose. Look, John Dillard is probably the best of us, and he lost to Rini, who was just as good, but I actually think John's art was better that night. But anybody can win, anybody can lose. Yeah, I like Kirby's artwork. I like his artwork. I think I could take him though. I'm fast. I'm faster.
Let's see. I am.
No, everyone does not. What's that, Kirby?
No, what did he say?
He says, "Does everyone start typing served?" No,
no. There is. Start now.
There's a poll at the end where you vote for the winner. It is well worth the watch. It's fun. The trash talking is the fun part, and so far on these first 2 shows, the trash talking has been kind of light because people are figuring out when you're in art mode and you're competing, you're really focused on the art.
Yeah, you're focused on the art.
But understand what I'm about to say to you. I teach art for a living, so I'm talking while I'm working all the time. I will trash talk your ass to death while I'm kicking that booty. Just saying. All right, we have literally gone beyond our time here, boys and girls, and it has been a delightful show. We will reschedule Chance Priest. I'm sorry, Chance, that you had so many technical issues trying to get in. I'm going to blame Kirby for it.
I'll take that.
Yeah, not saying it's actually your fault. I just said I'm going to blame you. Margot said I missed the last one. I was asleep. Yeah, the last one was a Lasmat versus Narwhal.
Yes. And what's up?
I'm sorry. And it was good, but the problem was neither of them could put their camera on their art. So it took something away from it.
Oh.
So I'm going to be going digital when I compete against.
Don't be calling people out if you can't show your work.
When I kick when I kick Anthony Romano's ass, I'm going to be doing it digitally. You'll all be able to see it. I've just got to remember something. I shared this before the show. Kirby, you'll get this in particular. I forgot to create a new layer over my scribble roughs to start doing the inks. And I'm like 30 to 40% done with the finalized lines, my smooth inking before I realize it. So I have to go in and finish it and do all the manual erasing.
Oh,
to get rid of
way too slow to be involved in this.
Yeah, Q doesn't feel the need to do that. He said that was bad. Elasmat was outgunned. Hey, Elasmat did pretty good though. His piece sold for more money than Narwhals did, so he won that way.
That should be how you decide who wins.
So here's
sells for more.
Here's what I'm going to do. All right, first of all, I'm counting on my chat for your support when I go up against Anthony because it's going to be on his channel. He's got home court advantage. He's got close to 1,000 subs. I've only got 100. All right, so he's got the home. I need you all there. All right, but also, here's what I'm going to do. Since I'm drawing digitally, I will convert it to gray. I will print it out onto Bristol, and I will hand ink it and embellish it for the auction. So if you want original art, I will be doing that. So I'm adding a lot of work to myself.
Nice.
For you guys. I figured that's the way. Don't you think that's the way to do that, Kirby?
There you go.
I think so.
No,
I think so.
I think you should change. You should tell Anthony to change it to whoever's piece sells for more wins. Not the popularity vote. Whoever piece sells for more wins the competition.
No, it's always going to be the poll. All right, Levi, I'll get with you and
popularity contest. You even said it at the beginning. I don't know if I should vote for the artist or the art.
No, that's not what I said. I said I'm going to vote. No, what I said was I'm going to vote for the art because I like both the artists.
Yeah, I'm going to vote on the art piece, which is what everybody's supposed to do.
So this was yesterday's work. I like dude's face.
Yeah. Get his jaw kicked.
But this is the one. This is the one I forgot to erase. So yeah, or I forgot to create a new layer. So I had to go in and manually erase.
I like that face right there. He's got putts, knocking his head back.
Yep.
Look at that.
Yeah, Margo, I have my favorites too. That's why I won't judge contests and shit like that because it wouldn't be, I think the person whose piece sells for more money really wins the competition.
Well, think of it as two different competitions. One is the poll, one is the money. Now,
one's a popularity contest and one's the actuality.
Oh, Pops. Don't hate the game.
No, I
All right.
hate the game. The game's rigged. It's already been
The game is not rigged. All right. So we're going to wrap this one up. I want to thank the chat for hanging out with us. It was lovely to see all of you. Levi, I'll be sure I grease your palms so that you vote for me. In the meantime, thank you, Tanner, Pops,
of course,
Stephen B, Kirby. Thanks for coming out. It was great to see all you guys. We've already played all the commercials, so let's just end this thing, shall we? Peace out.
Yeah.
Look, I don't mean to be rude, but I'm tired of talking to you.
And don't think it hasn't been a little slice of heaven, because it hasn't.
Well, what do you know? I finally got the last word.